I really wish I weren't still living through several major historical events right now. That'd be great. Ah, boy. Greetings and felicitations, assorted children of the internet. I, once again, am the Logician, and, this has been a week, hasn't it? I know I keep saying that. I fully understand, but hot damn, has this been a week? Now, I won't dwell on this for too terribly long, considering I imagine a lot of you are here purely for the escapism. And quite frankly, I cannot fault you for that, given everything that is happening. But seeing as how among the things at risk during this newest quote-unquote presidency, I figured I should at least do what I can from where I can and defend the fundamental nature of public education, despite the Department of Education now being at risk. So, you read it right in the title. Tonight we're going to be starting things off with another science lecture. I've been wanting to do more of these anyway, and given current events, I figured now was just as appropriate a time as any. So I hope all of you will be taking notes, because God knows historians are probably taking more than their fair share right about now. So, last time we discussed some of the basic tenets of the concept of qualia, which, as some of you may recall, is essentially the philosophical and scientific concept of no two people seeing the world in the exact same way. And during that lecture, I brought up the basic concepts of the varying theories as to the origins of human consciousness. Some of you who actually did the assigned reading, I won't name names because chances are none of you actually did, but I digress, may recall I brought up a very specific book, which we will be discussing, if only very briefly, during this presentation. And I figured, hey, given the mimetic nature of the internet, what better way to convey these concepts, these assorted theories and hypotheses at play, than through Temmemes. There's assigned reading. That's all I need to know, Silver. That is literally all I need to know. But in all seriousness, let's go ahead with tonight's lecture, The Mimetic Mind, Hypothetical and Theoretical Origins of Human Consciousness, Explained Through Memes. Now, when it comes down to the actual definition of consciousness, there are a lot of different ways you could go about describing it. These definitions here are from Webster's Online Dictionary, so feel free to fact-check me if you feel the need. But essentially, the 5 main definitions are as follows. The quality, pardon me, I'm getting choked up already. I'm just that emotional about the state of public education. Might need to hydrate. Goes down smooth. Which is hilarious given the rough state of public education. Anyway, the quality or state of being aware, especially of something within oneself. The state or fact of being conscious of an external object, state, or fact, and awareness. Concern for some social or political cause. For example, public awareness of the Trump administration. I'm not salty. Definition 2, the state of being characterized by sensation, emotion, volition, and thought. Mind. Drinks water, it goes down smooth. Well, I never said I was drinking water. Definition 3, the totality of conscious states of an individual. This is the definition I tend to generally default to. Definition 4, the normal state of conscious life. I mean, that even brings up the wibbly-wobbly definition of normality, so we'll just gloss over that briefly. Definition 5, the upper level of mental life of which the person is aware as contrasted with unconscious processes. Also, joke's on you, Silver. I'm drinking a 0-calorie blackberry soda. I won't name the brand, because I'm not that ready to shill just yet. But yes, essentially, consciousness more or less can be summed up by every aspect of you as an individual that you can say, without any sort of question, describes you as an individual. Your mind, your soul, your heart, what have you. Carbonation burns, you liar. Well, this sounds like a skill issue. Moving on. Now, one of those pieces of required reading or homework that I jokingly gave you all the last time I did one of these lectures was a book called The Origin of Consciousness in the Breakdown of the Bicameral Mind by Julian Jaynes. An American psychologist and writer who, funnily enough, did technically earn his doctorate, but actually refused said doctorate upon receiving it. Also, hello, Pusea. Welcome to the madness. You're getting some public education for free, which I think a lot of us are going to need more of in the coming years. So, Julian Jaynes put forward this idea back in 1976 that consciousness as we know it, that is to say, our ability to identify ourselves as separate from anyone else around us, can basically be traced back to roughly 3,000 years ago, when the voices in our heads we interpreted as gods suddenly went silent and we had to start thinking for ourselves. I mentioned this briefly, actually, in one of my video essays having to do with the nature and place of superhero stories, rather, in the world of fiction overall. That's an entirely different subject, but I briefly touched on this concept, and while I think it is fascinating, it's kind of bullshit. And by bullshit, I mean, Julian Jaynes himself says in the very beginning of the book that while he conducted various studies pertaining to this hypothesis of his, he was very selective when it came to the resulting data. This is a process known as cherry picking, and those of you who know anything about the scientific method know that cherry picking is just a fancy way of saying cheating. He chose the results that looked good to him, that is to say, the results that supported his hypothesis, and that is not how you conduct a valid scientific study. He was absent last class. Don't worry about it, Fee. You can always do some makeup work. Get liquid. Again, stay hydrated by all means. It's probably only a matter of time before more places outside of Detroit have similar water issues. But yes, as I was saying, basically, this idea is complete bupkis, but it's still a fascinating read if you're ever able to get your hands on this book. So this is just one hypothesis on how sentience and consciousness came to be. And it can essentially be summed up with this image right here. I mean, alternatively, you could turn to the voices are telling me to unalive you meme. But I felt this was just a bit more apt, especially given the Egyptian god status of Yami in the back there. Question about soda. I feel like we're prioritizing a very different subject from what's set display here, but yes, by all means, Fee, go ahead and guess. You know, why does that not surprise me, Pasea? Knowing your preferred brand of soda anyway. Yes, indeed, it is that particular brand, which I will not say out loud because, once again, I am not looking to sell out anytime soon. I'm so mean to you. I'm mean to everyone, Pusea. That's how you know I care. But we are getting sidetracked yet again. Let us move forward. Now, next up we have a little concept called eliminative materialism. It's a big fancy way of saying that we have no agency. Now, the general origins of this term can be traced back to David Hume, born David Hume, back in the 1700s. This dude was a Scottish philosopher, historian, economist, essayist. He dipped his toes in a lot of pools. And he was a fan of the general philosophical principle of, I believe, outside of the actual materialist school of thought I mentioned here, I believe philosophical naturalism. And the long and short of the actual definition of eliminative materialism here is that there is no such thing as sentience. There is no such thing as conscious thought. Humanity and everything we ever were and ever will be can be summed up in a series of genetically predisposed instincts and predetermined actions. None of us have any control over our thoughts, feelings, or lives, and we were always going to act and think and feel a certain way based on our DNA. Now, me personally speaking, I'm not the biggest fan of this philosophy, which, as you may note there, is one of the various schools of thought within the general philosophy of mind. One of the other schools of thought being qualia, which we did a presentation on the last time. The main reason being, I do feel like there are some minor merits to the idea of eliminative materialism in that a good number of aspects contributing to the way we see, think, and feel can be explained by our genes. But I'm not sure I would go so far as to say that we have no free will. I feel as though we do at least possess some sort of control of the proverbial wheel of these flesh mechs we call our bodies. Though maybe that is simply me being prideful and stubborn, and not wanting to put all my faith in destiny, quote unquote, whether it be spiritual or genetic. It's one hell of a theory, I don't like it, because I'm sad. Yeah, no, it makes me sad too, Nicholas. And again, this is simply one of many theories and hypotheses. This one at least has a bit more scientific merit to it, as opposed to the bicameral mentality we mentioned earlier. So, at the risk of leaving all of you even more depressed than you may have started, let's carry on. Yeah, no, again, this is a good summary. Figured it was only appropriate. And look at that. She said too. Let's leave her to stew. Now, this is actually one of my favorite theories. Or at least it contributes to one of my favorite theories. This has to do with a series of neurons or brain cells, which are called mirror neurons. Now, these were first discovered by the team of Giacomo Rizzolatti, an Italian neurophysiologist. He and his team conducted various studies on macaque monkeys, and their studies found that there were certain neurons that lit up while under observation in the frontal and parietal cortexes of the brain, both while monkeys were doing certain actions, as well as when they were watching other monkeys do those same actions. I mean, I'm sure many of you have heard the old saying, monkey see, monkey do. Well, it's very much true when it comes to these neurons. And because of these findings, it was theorized by Giacomo and his team. He was by no means the only contributing party to this study. He had an entire team, but he was essentially the lead of said team here. But it was theorized based on these findings that sentience, at least among our common ancestors, far enough back in the line of primates and other common ancestors, that we may have developed the capacity for sentient thought by first evolving these mirror neurons, seeing behavior conducted by other members of our species or even from other species, especially once the genus Homo came about. Perhaps I'm not using the term genus correctly there, but Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, etc., etc. This may have happened even before they came into the evolutionary picture, but we saw other animals doing things and realized, oh hey, I can do that thing. Huh, I can relate to this other individual. I can empathize with them. Maybe I can learn how to do the thing they're doing by watching them do the thing. Oh, that person looks hurt. They look sad. Now I'm sad. I would probably be hurt if I went through what that thing did. Huh. Maybe I should help that thing. Thus was born the basic concept of empathy, which, contrary to apparently popular enough a belief, is not a weakness, and in fact is an evolutionary adaptation that probably saved us a lot of grief in the long run. Welcome back, Silver. We are just discussing more potential theories as to the origin of sentient thought. The dog watered your notes. You know, might want to put that thing on a leash then. But the good news is you at least know how to tie a leash thanks to watching someone else do that. You completely zoned out. You're a goblin, so that does not surprise me, Pasea. Luckily for you, I grade on a curve. But yes, I figured this would be an appropriate enough meme to get this point across. So, in summation, we still don't know for certain how sentient thought, sapience, consciousness, cognition, however you want to put it, first came into being. All we know is that it did, and there's probably an evolutionary basis, or an adaptive basis, behind that happening, because, well, between 2.5 million to 300,000 years later, we're still doing pretty damn good, relatively speaking, anyway. So, Sapiens hasn't failed us just yet. Though, I mean, give it a few hundred years, we'll see. Assuming we make it that long. Now, any questions from any of you? I know these were sort of large-scale concepts that I could have watered down a bit more. I tried to limit the general scope of the questions at play here, so if you have any clarifying questions, now would be the perfect time to bring them up. That's a good thing I put on this elevator music. You have a question pertaining to the theory of bicameral mentality? Of course, go ahead. Also, I do my damnedest to ignore you anyway, Silver, so don't worry. And in fact, I will even return to the frame on bicameral mentality, just so we can review. I'm sorry, Silver, but I can't not pronounce that as anything but wow. Well, I'm sure that was appropriate regardless, Pusea. When they roughly hypothesized 3,000 years that the proposed voices in our heads could be God's deities, what was the evidence to support that hypothesis? See, that's the neat part. There wasn't any. Not any solid evidence, anyway. This was strictly a hypothesis put forth by Julian Jaynes, and once again, he conducted some studies to try and support his idea back in the 70s. But once again, he very much cherry-picked the resulting data to try and validate his prior hypothesis, which, once again, in the scientific community, is a big fucking no-no. If you go into a study with predetermined expectations of how something should pan out, and try and shape the data you get around that idea, that bias, you're not a good scientist. You're just kind of an asshole who wants to control his own narrative. Or her, or their, I should specify. It makes the mystery even more interesting. Metal, but interesting. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I still recommend reading the book if you can find a copy. Not because I think there is any major scientific merit to it, just because I think it's a fascinating read. I mean, ideally, just see if you can't find yourself a PDF online. The idea that we could potentially reach out to the deities through our minds, even if... Well, it wasn't that so much as we weren't really capable of thinking for ourselves, but we heard a sort of like outside detached narrative within our own heads that we thought, oh, I hear a voice. Voice tell me what to do. Voice must be thing that made this world I'm in. I make idols and monuments to Voice, because Voice clearly knows what's up. And the general hypothesis is that because we were hearing these voices and thought, oh, this must be a god, that's where we got the idea of gods from. This is essentially what Julian Jaynes was proposing. And then one day, our brain structure just suddenly changed to the point where, no, we're thinking for ourselves. We don't hear those voices anymore. Oh shit, what do we do now? Again, as far as I'm concerned, complete bubkiss, but it's still a fascinating read and a fascinating idea. I feel like you could do a lot, at least within the world of science fiction, with an idea like that. At least some of us still think for ourselves, well, again, with any luck. With any fucking luck, Nicholas. Alright, any other questions before we move along? Want to make sure everyone has their turn at the proverbial mic, as it were. You can always count on Kevin MacLeod to break the tension. Even while I'm waiting for someone to potentially speak up. So even if you say no questions needed, I'll qualify that as an answer. And I'm waiting for y'all to answer. Just as a brief recap, thus far we have talked about basic concepts in sensation and perception, basically how the limitations of our sensory organs limit the scope of our ability to process the outside world as we know it, and we've also discussed some hypothetical, theoretical origins to our ability to perceive and interpret and consider the world. Good question, next question. I'll count that as an answer, Faye. So, thus far we've had some topics primarily focusing on the school of the mind, or the philosophy of mind, rather. And we've also delved a bit into behavioral neuroscience, which is my particular field of expertise. So the next time I'm thinking we might want to dip a bit more into the well, since we've covered some of the hardcore scientific aspects, we may delve more into the sort of philosophical and potentially poetic side of the philosophy of mind and focus more on that in and of itself, as well as the various branches therein. Alright, well, I suppose that seems to be the limitations to our engagement for the time being. I know what most of you are waiting for, so I suppose I will move things briskly right along. Oh, you know, I forgot I had that up there. Maybe next time you could do a 5-minute window for the questions? I'd say so. I mean, I think that was around 5 minutes this time, but either way. So, as you can probably hazard a guess from the live reaction image over my head, we're going to be doing some more Masked Rider tonight. Is this safe for anyone? Absolutely not, but I made a promise to myself, and damn it, I try my best to keep those types of promises, if no others. We are officially a fourth of the way through the entirety of the series, by the way. We've watched 10 episodes, and there are a total of 40, not counting the pilot that a certain someone keeps nagging me to get back to. Could be worse, could be rain. Why would you say that, Faye? Especially when you know I live someplace that is known predominantly for the rain. Can I stream Mel Brooks films? I probably can, functionally. Probably not for long, because I get hit with a copyright claim. If only we could do Spaceballs. That would be fun, honestly. But it's one of those things where, here's my general philosophy when it comes to reaction videos. If it's not on YouTube in its entirety, you can't do a reaction of it on Twitch. I have not seen Young Frankenstein in a considerable amount of years. I'll have to do that someday. Someday soon, even. But probably not today. And probably not on stream. I'm lucky I haven't gotten any actual strikes for this so far. But, might as well stop delaying the inevitable. And, let us commence forth with the, quote-unquote, fun. Ah, my word.
Today, on the adventures of Masked Rider, the Stewarts plan a day at the pool.
Everybody ready?
And Count Dragon plans a way to defeat the Masked Rider and rule the world.
Very soon, the Earthlings will be my slaves, and the power of the Masked Rider shall be mine.
While the kids enjoy the water, and Burbus enjoys the hot dogs, the enemy begins his evil plan. Can our hero stop it? Find out on the adventures of Masked Rider next.
Let's see. That escalated fast. Yeah, it tends to. It tends to do just that in a lot of these tokusatsu adaptations, Nicholas. You did 2 last time and regretted my life choices. I either did 2 or 4. I know that 2 is generally a hard sell. 4 is when I tend to lose my fucking shit. Even more so than usual. Let me actually even just skip through the intro here. Save us all a bit of time and grief. Once again, I just immediately recognize that Digimon music.
Good morning, Dex.
Well, you're early for a Saturday.
Good morning. Coming up next, more exciting action, adventure, comedy, more. more, right after this commercial message.
Again, it's just autism. This is just Autism the character. I'm not saying that in any sort of demeaning way. I'm just saying I recognize my own kind.
You were watching all night again, weren't you?
Now, Dex, you know we talked about you staying up all night watching TV.
That is true. Strictly speaking, however, we did not spend the entire evening watching broadcast television.
You watched all of these?
How could you? There must be 30 hours worth of tape there.
Life, finds a way.
Well, you see, I can utilize my viewing time most efficiently by watching tapes at an increased rate of speed.
What about the sound?
I just read lips.
Well, Dex, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
Okay, I got to admit that was kind of funny inherently. Well done.
Stay tuned as our Pete the Plumber Marathon continues with everybody's favorite episode, Pete's Unnecessary Appendectomy.
Dex, you need to learn about recreation. You know, getting...
Oh, so this is your first time, Nicholas. I am so fucking sorry. So this is Masked Rider, and it is essentially to the Japanese show Kamen Rider what Power Rangers was to Super Sentai. Basically, Saban bought the license for a bunch of footage from Japanese superhero shows, pretty much cut out exclusively the action scenes to use, and then refilmed a bunch of new scenes with American actors so that they can make it look like this takes place in the United States. That's what we're dealing with here, and Furbus is their sort of mandatory cute mascot character. Basically the Alpha 5 of this show, if you will. Yes, he is an American exclusive character. I would not wish this war crime of a character on anyone. Ay, ay, ay. God, I hate that I just instantly recognized that.
outside, breathing fresh air, having real fun.
What's going on, everybody?
Kids, why didn't you get on your bathing suits and we'll go to the pool? Yes!
Oh, my word. By the way, Nicholas, the person performing in that suit is none other than the late Vern Troyer, aka Mini-Me from Austin Powers. So, enjoy that piece of cursed information. Wait, is that thing a bot from Power Rangers? Yes, that is in fact what the robot from Power Rangers said. And fun fact, Pasea, the voice actor who voiced that robot in Power Rangers, that was the same voice actor who provided the voice of Invader Zim. Richard Horvitz himself. Why did you know that? Because you were a 90s kid. Not to call you out, but imagine that. A large percentage of 90s kids are goblins. Who would have thunk it? Picturing Furbus making mini-me noises. Well, I mean, if they had allowed Vern Troyer the full breadth of the performance, mayhaps. Also, I think I will turn this down just a smidge more. Because I imagine this is wearing down on your collective nerves just as much as it is mine. How did I not know Vern Troyer died? It's been a good number of years, and unfortunately it wasn't really covered all that much in mass media, Fee, in your defense. Also, let's backtrack a bit. I mean, we see this chaos. You know what has to happen. Let's correct this with the soundtrack. Alright, there we go.
Burbus, I already fed you breakfast.
Yes, I do have the Bulk and Skull theme on tap, Nicholas. For just such an occasion. It just seemed right in the moment.
I'll feed you again when we get back.
Hey, Dex, give us a hand. There's plenty more where this came from.
I've got to go. You good?
Be good. Never look at me like that again, Furbus. I beseech you. Cursed. Moving on. Before it curses all of you. Oh, God. Oh, God! The fucking Hanna-Barbera tiptoe sound. So, just this is another comparison here. We have the lively-faced puppet, and then we fast forward a bit to the dead-faced, soulless suit containing Vern Troyer. Furbus is a perdition. He's a lot of things. Chief among them, probably a war criminal as well. Not a creature of God, not any I've heard of, or dared to whisper the name of. God, that just the compression on that sound, even back then, that had like the early aughts YouTube poop effect. He didn't even try and tone it down volume-wise to fit with the footage. Ah, God.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Every dad in this era had a fishing hat, regardless of whether or not he owned a fishing pole. It's just the way it was. Meanwhile, back at the ranch...
A relaxing day at the pool, eh? Ideas?
I know. While Dex is swimming, we can turn the pool into a giant block of ice. Then you can capture Dex, and we could take the rest of the day off to lie.
Count Draken seems peculiarly chill here. I'm guessing this was after his company-mandated anger management course. Also, I swear, every time I see this fucking robot, I can't help but think of the fucking tech from Dragon Ball GT. Like, once again, forgive me for delaying the inevitable, but I must show you. Let's see here. I mean, you can see where I'm coming from in any case, right? Very Toriyama inspired. We do not talk about... We don't. I may. Listen. Ignoring the fact that it happened still counts as historical revisionism. And if nothing else, I am against historical revisionism. Do not talk back to the teacher? Okay, suck up. Calm down. I already got my apple. Talk back to the teacher all the time. Yeah, no shit. You live on Monster Island. The fact that he has all his digits intact is a small wonder in and of itself.
Around the pool and celebrate.
Ridiculous. My plan is clearly superior, sire.
Explain.
Fact and I have developed a chemical
Mixed with water, it creates a toxic gas.
which saps the will of any human who breathes it
We shall enslave them all.
and use them to capture decks for us.
How can we lose with such an army to use?
Then the powers of Masked Rider shall be mine. Double Face, begin preparations.
Ah, I see your plan is much more convoluted, therefore it will be perfect. Plus, if we don't spend 1 million space bucks this year, we won't get 1 million next year. I mean, either way, you're not getting those raises I promised, but easy come, easy go.
Consider it done.
Water everywhere, and how Masked Rider shall despair.
It's like something from my... That's saying something given your nightmares, Pusea. I have to ask, how do you all feel about public pools as a concept? I can't particularly say I'm a fan. I mean, I understand, generally speaking, you know, ease of resources, you know, cheap. But, personally speaking, I would much rather just go to the nearest river. Granted, it depends on whether or not it's something like the LA River, but, as someone who was raised essentially next to a river that had clean running water constantly, I suppose my opinion is somewhat skewed in bias towards the, latter option. Can't swim. I mean, how many goblin jokes do you expect me to make in one sitting, Pusea? It's a hot second been since you've been to one, but I prefer the pool in the backyard. You know what? That is also valid. Ah, my word.
Molly, Albie, take Dex over and show him how it's done.
You got it. Come on, Dex.
Also, do let me know how the volume is.
The Stewarts, I thought that was you.
Mr. Chalmers, what a pleasant surprise.
Ah, yes, I forgot they had their own version of Mr. Crocker for the show, and unnecessarily so. Volume's good for you. That is good to know, Nicholas. But yes, I am not sure why. I guess they just figured school counselors need to be unnecessarily nosy. Again, I am still fully convinced they have no idea what an actual school counselor is. So they just threw everything at the wall. Every obnoxious trope they could think of for a teacher.
Yummy. Number 13. 14, what do you have?
Hot dogs,
Dog,
fries, soda.
Yep.
3 dogs.
3 dogs. What do you want to start a menagerie?
God, the paper hats. I hate that I am at that age where paper hats were a lot more common when it came to food vendors. Like, supposedly that's still something that some places do, like In-N-Out, I think. But I've been to In-N-Out all of 2 times. I was not impressed. Same goes for Five Guys. Was there twice, not impressed, never going back. I've yet to try Five Guys, but expectations aren't all that high.
So fun is getting wet?
Not exactly. Jump in, you'll see.
Oh, I get it. Fun is going from the thinner atmosphere to the denser atmosphere.
Five Guys is expensive. Yeah, no shit. $10 for a burger and like 20 pounds of soggy limp fries. I think I'll take a lunch patty. A school lunch patty, rather, over that. Five Guys food scares you? As well it should. It has enough oil infused in it, it could probably run your car for a year.
No, watch.
And then you have In-N-Out, which is a literal nothing burger. Like, no substance. Structurally all wrong. All the wettest ingredients on the bottom, so the bun just gets soaked in veggie juice. Yeah, peanut oil. Yeah, all of it. Yeah, Cajun fries. I mean, I do enjoy myself a good curly fry. Suppose random question for all of you, since we're on the subject. What is your preferred form of French fry? Me personally, I'm stuck between either curly fries or sweet potato fries.
Now you try.
I think he understands now.
Why does that not surprise me, Nicholas?
Albie, what's he doing? Doesn't he know he can't stay down there like that?
Tots. You know what? I mean, if we're counting tater tots, I'll say those are up there for me as well. If I have the choice between fries and tater tots, I'll probably default to the tater tots. Ooh, potato wedges are also very good, especially with the right seasoning.
We can't let anybody see him. We've got to pull him up. I hope he understands.
Sure, he'll understand. Come on.
Is that not recreation?
Not exactly. You have to breathe.
Okay. They tried. They tried with this visual gag, and it's not that it's inherently bad, but when the water is coming from behind the ears, when your ears, I mean, I hate to say this because it's not exactly something the actor can help. When your ears stick out that much, it's hard to convey a visual gag like this because it's supposed to be that the water is coming out of the ears, but they're clearly coming from behind. Tony, I am admittedly not familiar with Tony's. I'm unfamiliar with your game, Pusea. Crinkle cut fries are also very valid. A lot of little nooks and crannies to get those seasonings in. Popeyes, I've never touched Popeyes either. We have like one or two around here. There was an attempt, yes, absolutely. They tried their damnedest, but damn it was not enough. Cajun seasoning. Yeah, no, we don't live on Monster Island, Pusea. You have to keep that in mind. You're gonna have to translate for the rest of us. I don't trust Popeyes in general, so we're on the same page. This does bring back memories of going to the water park, I will say. Specifically of going down those really long... I mean, there are a lot of curly water slides, but every water park had that one just straight down water slide that was guaranteed to give you a wedgie.
16.
Never been to a water park. Have you ever had a bath, Pusea? Now I'm just concerned. Are you okay?
Yes?
16. Your order's ready.
Great. Can I have it?
What do you mean? I put it. Okay, it'll be just a few more minutes.
Once again, all the Furbus jokes at all the Furbus jokes at Dad's expense.
17.
I'm 17.
Funny. You don't look 17 to me. Must be all that junk food you eat.
Sir.
I hate that I was going to make the same joke. Do you go to a gym and got the water slide completely? Okay, pause. What do you mean water slide at the gym? What kind of gym are you going to, Pusea? I think you just fell down a waterfall. That would also explain a thing or two.
The only food that I eat to which you can accurately assign the adjective junk is that which I purchase from your establishment.
You calling my food junk?
I don't care to argue with you. Now hand over my order with all due speed.
But it was right. Hey, somebody's stealing my orders.
You know, because of the video quality here, I know he's making a sneer, but unfortunately, he just looks like some sort of cryptid with his face half erased because of the pixel count here. Somebody's stealing my orders. There's a snake in my boots. They really wanted Furbus to kick it off like the Gremlins. They tried their damnedest yet again. They put their entire pussy into pushing this monstrosity. They figured, hey, it worked with Power Rangers, why not here? The kids loved Alpha 5, surely they'll love this thing. Ah, my word. Oh. Well, that was the wrong button. There we are.
Yes, wonderful.
Double face, get over here at once.
Yes, Your Highness.
Get over here!
Preparations.
All according to plan, sire. These tubes vaporize the mixture and send the enslaving gas into the atmosphere as a fine mist.
The Earthlings will never know what hit them. Very well.
You know, this would be a real easy opportunity for a chemtrails joke. Unfortunately, there's enough legitimate conspiracy theorists out in public right now to where if I did make those jokes, I'd probably just start some sort. Oh God, I'm not going to get into it. Let's just say conspiracy theorists love their chemtrail theories. I will leave the research to you. From Disney Channel movie to Death Armada. Yes, absolutely.
Well, commence the operation.
Open the valve. Yes, it appears we are ready, sire.
Please
Gabe Newell is on
proceed.
tap.
Vaporize.
I'll tell you when you're older, Pusea. Also, see if you can spot. Oh my God. No, I'm sorry. I really wish they didn't film the ship from this angle. I really wish they didn't.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Moving on. Furbus was never seen again. Pulled back to his home plane in the 5th dimension.
Hey, mister, can you help me blow up my wrap?
Oh, it'd be my pleasure.
I'll just need to find some C4. They have that in abundance here in the States, right? Damn, boy, what'd that mouth do? Alright, kid. Let's have you act surprised for this shot.
You what?
Yeah, that's a believable performance there. I mean, I can't give them too much shit. They're child actors. But still, it's... this does feel like a reaction image. Then again, I could say the same about virtually every other frame of this fucking show. Well, the joke is he's an alien, Nicholas.
Enjoy your recreational activity.
Dex! Oh, Dex! Hello, Dex. Hello, Molly. Hi, Albie. Molly, I like your bathing suit. It's so retro. About 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Patsy, I got some bad news for you. LeVar Burton called. He wants his rainbow back.
3 years ago. Quiet, Herbie. Dex, do you like my swimsuit? It's an Albanito original.
Oh god, have you not caught on to that? No, the whole point is that he's an alien prince from a planet where the population evolved from bugs rather than primates. That's why his transformation makes him look like a bug. At least that's the general explanation for Masked Rider, which is what Kamen Rider is based on. Or rather, the other way around. It gets confusing. Since always, Pusea, were you not here for the first episode reaction? 1993 Mario Bros. Movie, Mankind... I mean, essentially, yes, Nicholas. Dex, no. Dex, please. We're not ready for this talk just yet.
Oh yes, Patsy, it's very pretty. Molly, perhaps Albanito will make you a suit like that if you want one.
Dex, I'm afraid Albanito's very exclusive. He doesn't make these for just anybody.
Oh, well, in that case, perhaps Bargain Swimsuits will sell you one of theirs.
Bargain swimsuits?
Yes. Like it says on our tag. Bargain swimsuits, yes, it's true. Fits your budget like it fits you.
Doing this big mouth, Herbie. I thought I told you to...
No,
Wacky shenanigans!
So funny. No!
You know, it's probably to our benefit that we can't see the picture so clearly. I almost thought that was something else, and it almost made the joke actually funny. Once again.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I think I'm finally starting to understand about this recreation.
Again, if I wish they didn't film it from that angle.
Minutes, the Earthlings will be at your command.
Will Master Rider be affected as well?
No, it was
In
his swim
this
shorts,
form,
per
sire,
se.
the chemical will have no effect on him.
Then he's bound to come here looking for a way to stop this. What then?
We have a little surprise waiting for him. Meet Firebird. He can start a raging inferno anytime, anywhere.
Master Rider will show up. He's drawn to trouble like a moth to the flame.
He'll be a charbroiled moth after he meets up with this guy. Masked Rider.
Very soon the Earthlings will be my slaves, and the power of the Master Rider shall be mine.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of phallic imagery in this episode in particular, Nicholas. You're not wrong. I guess they saw the opportunity with all the teenagers started getting wet on screen. Figured, why not?
It's the first one across land.
Look for an envelope with my picture on it in there. You may have already won.
Sol Gutman.
What do you win?
Well, nothing. You just win, that's all.
And remember, Dex, because of your slight advantage, we get a 5-second head start.
Oh, I understand.
On your mark. Get set.
Go, go!
Two galactic clusters. Cluster.
Man, this Michael Phelps biopic is looking pretty good. Okay, once again, I have a responsibility. This must be corrected.
5 black cluster.
Okay.
I won. I just won.
Maybe coming here wasn't such a great idea.
Dex, how did you do that?
He shaved. show is just cotton candy and you're getting a brain toothache. I think that's my favorite quote of, you know what? There. You deserve that, Nicholas. I'm proud of you. Ah, my word.
Aha! I knew it.
Knew what?
What is that?
Fairy godparents!
Mom? Dad?
They've unleashed the fart gas. Ah yes, the GOP convention.
They're all under some kind of spell.
Again.
Hold you for a while. Jump! Magno, rev up. I need both of you right away.
Oh god, here we go. Speaking of ultimate weapons. They really want to get their money's worth with these animations.
That's one hostile crowd. What'd you do, sing karaoke for him, Magno?
You're just in time. This mist has to be Dragonstone. Chop, I want you to stay here and keep an eye on our friends.
Again, this is the wrong music for this. Like, I'm not saying it's bad music. I'm just saying this wasn't the right soundtrack for this particular scene. You're essentially invoking a zombie apocalypse here. Maybe have something a bit more suspenseful. Hell, even would be more appropriate, comparatively speaking. I'm just saying. Anything. Just some effort. Hell, that would have been more fitting.
Think I could do more, but you're the boss.
Finally, a job you can handle. You can handle it, can't you?
Save it for later, you two. We've got a job to do. Come on, Magno, let's go. Engage computer, Magno. Try to pinpoint the source of the mist.
Again, let's play a game of spot the Japanese footage. Because, like, here they actually had the Japanese shoot, or the suit, fucking. They had the suit flown in for the American actor here.
Job to do. Come
And
on,
then
Magno, let's go.
cut to the Japanese footage right now.
Engage computer, Magno. Try to...
And again, I hate the way you can actually tell the difference between the Japanese footage and the American footage. Is how green the plant life is in the American footage and how dark, bordering on gray, the plant life is in the Japanese. Maybe it's just the inherent quality of the film footage that they were able to get their licensing rights to. Is the music original, or do we do this to ourselves? Well, I mean, the thing is, Fate, this music was, I believe, commissioned and used in a number of different shows by Saban. And I know this because Saban did the dub for Digimon Adventure. And that's when I first heard a lot of these tracks. They sent the Japanese Sentai suits over here for a bunch of scenes too. Yeah, no, that's just it. Like, they had the American actors do a fair number of, like, scenes with those suits. Which I'm pretty sure they did for Dragon and his leading lady. As well as for, Masked Rider himself. But everything else is, I believe, predominantly New American footage. Or rather, the classic Japanese. Again, the fucking fart gas is getting to me, too. Let's not dwell.
Engage computer, Magno. Try to pinpoint the source of the mist.
Scanning. It's coming from the old water plant across town.
Good work. Now we need...
It's a water plant, too. It's, I just noticed the fucking shape of the plant as well. There's layers to this that I don't much care for.
Across town.
Good work. Now we need to analyze the mist itself.
Its main ingredient is a trance-inducing chemical of Edenroy origin.
Dragon. I knew it. How does the chemical work, Magno?
After a brief exposure, the mist's effects would wear off. But if the plant remains in operation, the effects on the human population will become permanent in approximately 20 minutes.
Get us to that plant. You wait here, Magno. This is even worse than I thought. I've got to shut it down.
Can we get an yeah?
There's nobody here. I can't believe Dragon would leave this place unprotected. This plant's going full tilt, but there's no one here running it. Must be on automatic. I have to find the control room.
I love the cheesy kung fu movie mixing for this. Just the unnecessary.
One here running it. Must be on automatic.
Yeah, I have the distinct impression so were the writers. Keep in mind, this was in an age before ChatGPT.
I have to find the control room. Those look like condenser tubes for releasing steam. So this can't be the control room, but it's gotta be around here somewhere. Wait a minute. That's not steam, that's Dragon's toxic mist.
Sir, if the steam from your home planet is green, I have some concerns. Then again, I have many concerns about this setting and series already, so I'll just add it to the list.
Gotta shut him down, but there's so little time. Who are you? Well, I'll just have to cool you down then, won't I?
Also, I'll have to buy the calendar. Also, maybe don't have the fucking monster that can produce flames somewhere near the generator of hazardous fumes. That's all I'm saying.
You're playing with fire.
Don't bet on it.
I'll melt you and your mask.
Yeah, you can try.
Are we done, guys? Are we done with the one-liners? Can we actually fight now? Cause let's review.
No time. Who are you?
Your hottest nightmare.
Well, I'll just have to cool you down then, won't I?
You're playing with fire.
Don't bet on it.
I'll melt you and your mask.
Yeah, you can try.
This is like those compilation videos when you get all the character intros in a fighting game.
Little time.
Masked Rider
Who are you?
versus Monster. Fight!
Well, I'll just have to cool you down then, won't I?
You're playing with fire.
Versus
Don't bet on it.
I'll melt you and your mask.
versus
Yeah, you can try.
Fight!
Ain't no winning when the temperature's rising, and when it hits 500, the plant will explode, spreading a toxic mist all over Leewood and half the country.
Won't that also blow up the fucking target of your attack here? The one that you were specifically instructed to bring in alive? I mean, hey, pop off, but maybe not so literally. That's all I'm saying. has about as much attention as Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutant. Well, that's because it was made by the same people, Nicholas. I'm pretty sure Saban made that series as well, if I am not mistaken. In fact, let me even just to make sure. Let's see here. Yes. Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation is an American television series produced by Saban Entertainment. It is the first and only live-action television series in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. It ran on Fox Kids Network from 1997 to 1998. I saw Oh my fucking god, Phalus. You just unlocked a fucking latent memory that I wish you hadn't, Nicholas. It's thanks to the Phalus that I now know that Canadians called Beast Wars beasties. I would like to unlearn this information.
Not gonna happen. Maybe I spoke too soon. I'll stop you.
You wouldn't do anything fast, Weasel. Except stay here and roust.
Thanks to you, I know this, a vicious cycle.
We've got him now.
I say, bully! Also, I love how you can tell this is the Japanese footage yet again, if for no other reason than through the fucking foggy gleam in this footage here.
We've got him now. I say,
Oh yeah, forgot they were really pushing this new transformation around this time.
I think I better cool you down. I've had enough here. Time for rider punch.
Once again, it's like when you get when you go to a restaurant where you pick out the sides or toppings with a check card and you check every single box. My man's here did that with quippy one-liners.
Now I'm protected from the heat. I think I better cool you down.
One.
I've had enough here. Time
Two.
for rider punch.
I knew we were going to get yeah.
Flame out, firebug.
3.
Ecto-ray, activate.
Why did they just give him a fucking gun?
You're washed up. What a hothead.
Sire, I...
Don't feel too bad, Doubleface. You did the best you could do.
Also, let's review. What did he say there? And again, you can tell this is the American version because there's no more foggy sheen over the footage. And just the pure blue background. Let's see here. If I can even find, just for the comparison and contrast. Okay, so we have this background here. Which again, same general monitor shape with the 3 dots, everything. And then, you know, they tried their best, but you can clearly tell this was the refilmed American footage here. In fact, did they put an extra dot? Oh no, let's see. Well, Did They may have put an extra dot. It's hard to tell. From the grainy Japanese footage who borrowed set from Bible Man. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sire,
The thing is, I can't tell what he's actually saying, but it sounds like he's just invoking Freddie Mercury. Mama! Ooh!
Mama! Sire!
Like, is it just me, or... like, he's trying the Bill Shatner cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. Mama! Ooh!
Mama! Sire!
He's gonna deliver some jazz hands onto his face. Which one?
I...
Don't feel too bad, Doubleface. You did the best you could do.
You may have done your level best, but I'm afraid we're unimpressed.
I shall brook no more interference from the masked meddler. The powers of the masked rider will be mine.
They really wanted to get their money's worth with the swoosh sound effect. They wanted Doubleface so bad. Oh god, yeah. No, absolutely. Again, I just think of that one fucking scene from Batman the Animated series. Get out of my face, clown! Which one?
Good work, you two. Better get back to the cave while I try to revive.
We did literally nothing, boss. Except waste your money.
Everybody. Mask Rider, deactivate. Only one thing to do.
No, you by all means get some sleep, Silver. It has been a week for us all, and yeah, tensions are high. Get some rest, recharge your batteries. Stay safe.
I hope I'm not too late.
I hope you are. Okay, alright, fine. We're coming full circle with the whole lung capacity thing with him. And thus the fumes were blown all the way to Raccoon City.
Boy, am I beat.
Oh, it feels like we've been here a long time.
I think that's enough recreation for one day. What do you say we pack up and go home?
Sounds good to me. Long day.
This poor guy. General word of advice. Please don't fuck with people who work in fast food. It's not cool. They already have a stressful enough time of it. Don't be Furbus. Furbus is the living sin of late-stage capitalism. Literally and figuratively. Don't be a Furbus.
Oh, so it's you! I beg your pardon. Oh, save it, pal. You'll be begging the mercy of the court when I call the cops on you. I don't eat, Ken. Oh, sure.
How dare you, first of all, sir? How dare you lower your voice at Larry Fine like that? He is just trying his best to get by in this capitalist hellscape we call Earth.
Come back here, you food napper!
Again, I hear that particular sting of music, and I just instantly think of, like, the end credits logo from fucking Digimon. Like, I'm sure I'm not alone, it's just, it hits me like a D12 of fucking psychic damage.
Will Dex teach Molly and Albie his secret to cleaner ears? Will Furbus get a job passing out towels at the pool? Will Magno ever run out of gas? Will the Stewarts ever have a garage sale and get rid of some of their junk?
Furbus among
Will
them.
Herbie ever learn how to dive? All this and more on the next adventure of Masked Rider.
Alright, so, one episode down. I think we can probably stomach another, unlike Furbus himself.
Today on the adventures of Masked Rider.
Yes, today on the adventures of Masked Rider. And now let's see here. No spoilers now. Oh, by the way, something those of you unfamiliar with this series will probably notice. If you've ever watched Power Rangers, specifically the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you will probably recognize a number of sets from this show because they recycled a lot of them, including but not limited to the school, the arcade, as well as the mountain where Zordon's castle is found. I need a drink.
Dance contest coming up Friday. Sign up.
Did you see that, Dex?
We didn't do anything. Dex blew it. Albie, don't lose your focus.
But I am getting good, aren't I?
Look at those graphics! Boy, I'd like to get my hands on that game.
Yes, Albie. You're awesome.
Dex is such a hunk. I think I'm in love with his hand-eye coordination.
I mean, listen, it was the 90s. Everyone was into Screech from Saved by the Bell. I can't blame her.
Dance contest coming up.
What's this dance contest about?
Sign up.
Well, from what I hear, it's a contest, and it seems to involve dancing, Patsy. See, there's this new thing that's hip with the kids. It's called listening. You should try it sometime.
Top prize is free game time for a month. Dex would love it. I thought I'd teach him how to dance and we'd enter together.
Dex can't dance?
Nah, you know, he's kind of shy and...
See ya. Hello, Dex, you gorgeous hunkarama.
Hey, Patsy.
Dex, how would you like free game time for a month? All you have to do is enter the dance contest with me. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to dance. I'll give you private lessons at my house. We can't lose.
The only thing missing from this scenario is a windowless white van. Dex needs an adult.
Dex, we're gonna be so excellent together.
Count Dragon, we await your orders.
And best not be rude. He's in a foul mood.
Thank you for coming so quickly, my count. Our newest insectivore, Robosect, is ready. Tempered by flame, Robosect is invincible.
Where have we heard that before? This time, I can feel it. Master Rider is through. Robosect will be victorious, cause I'll tell him what to do.
Obi.
Also, I see we're delving more into the pattern of let's reuse monsters from the previous episode or so, only add a few metal panels onto them.
Is ready. Tempered by flame, Robosect is invincible.
Where have we heard that before? This time, I can feel it. Master Rider is through. Robosect will be victorious, cause I'll tell him what to do.
Oh, be quiet.
Robosect must capture the Master Rider and bring him to me.
Yeah, we got that. It's like the premise of the whole show, but...
But the important thing is, what can you learn from this?
Don't tell Patsy what I'm gonna do before I do it.
Okay, so what's the right thing to do?
I guess help Dex learn how to dance so he and Patsy can do well in the contest.
Okay.
Okay, actual, useful, healthy advice from Mom. I appreciate that. She said, all right, kiddo, you fucked around, you found out, now what's the responsible thing to do? This is why you listen to people who cook for a living. They generally know, if we're speaking English, all the right ingredients that go into healthy dynamics with other human beings. It's not always the case, but the formulas are there. It's up to the individual to fuck it up or not. I'm watching this and I'm just waiting for the slapstick tornado that is Bulk and Skull the Wasp. Oh, don't worry. I'll bring them in. In case I hadn't made it clear by now, Nicholas, I'm the one adding that music. It just improves upon so much of the show. It was a missed opportunity for them not to use it.
You got it.
Is that what you're teaching Dex to dance? Well, let's teach him the jitterbug.
Great idea.
Thing is, I can't blame them for the pun. I mean, it's about their MO at this point. Doesn't make I can't. There's nothing I can say. Nothing except
You lose.
Let's cut a rug.
Is this how humans really dance?
100 years ago.
oh shit, fuck it up, Mom.
Excuse me, family, but this is not how Edenoids dance.
I mean, no offense to your culture, bud. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to be doing the grasshopper at this event. Nor the bed bug. That's for after hours.
Allow me to demonstrate.
I'm sorry, I thought that was the little kid making that noise at first. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Dad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, Dad, I'm sorry to do this to you. God. I hate to do it to him, but the show has left me no choice. He's turning. Oh God, he is turning into Zordon. Wait, hold on. That's actually a far more apt comparison. uh. Oh. Well, I mean, when you're right, Nick. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Dad. Alright, calm down, Liquid Ocelot.
Ow, the neighbors.
You're inside!
Molly was right. Dex can't dance.
I could teach him the funky chicken.
No, I'll teach him something.
I mean, yellow shirt, red hair, that had to have been intentional, right?
I could teach him the funky chicken.
I'm sure you could at that.
No, I'll teach him something romantic.
Like what?
The tango. A dance of romance for hundreds of years. Romance, Herbie.
Bring him in.
I hear your summons and obey. Behold, I am Robosect, mightiest warrior in all the universe, at your service.
Tier 3 subs be like,
And I, Nefaria, am your master.
Milady,
You will capture Mask Rider.
as you wish, it will be carried out.
okay, one moment. So, standing,
In all the universe, at your service.
kneeling,
And I, Nefaria, am your master.
pretty sure standing,
You will capture Mask Rider.
As you
kneeling again. I mean, listen. Millions of bugs out there have difficulty keeping it up. It's a very common problem.
wish, it will be carried out.
Once Mask Rider is in your grasp, the red fusion ball in your chest will activate the spider-based tractor beam.
Delivering him to Dragon.
Be ready. My commandoids will soon locate.
Other knee? Oh god, did he actually switch knees? I need to double check that.
I hear your summons and obey. Behold, I am Robosect, mightiest warrior in all the universe, at your service.
Alright, so right knee down.
And I, Nefaria, am your master.
Milady,
You will capture
Standing.
Mask Rider.
as you wish, it will be
It looks like
carried
the same
out.
knee.
Once Mask Rider is in your grasp, the red fusion ball in your chest will activate
Standing.
the spider-based tractor beam.
Delivering him to Dragon.
Right knee.
Be
Okay,
ready.
I think it's
My
still the same
commandoids
knee.
will soon locate Prince Dex.
I wouldn't have been surprised, though. Like, no, it's alright, Fee, no worries. Like, again, it might as well have been the case anyway.
Does everybody dance like this?
Dex, men and women everywhere dance the tango.
Oh, look at that, she's got homophobia in her eyes.
Oh,
Napoleon Dynamite jump
it's a
scare.
mating dance.
No, Dex, it's a dance of romance. Get it?
Oh, I
I mean, as an aromantic myself, name the difference.
get it. Romance in the air. Stinky feet are a definite turn-off. Make sure the spaces between your toes are forever sweet. With forever sweet foot deodorant.
You've got
Not beating the autism allegations, I'm just saying.
to stop watching so much TV. Now let's tango. What are you two doing here? Spying?
Mind if I cut in?
Hardly. We were
Dance practice. Molly, care to tango? No, the funky chicken. That's what's happening. Let's get down.
Dex, that means let's just dance.
How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? Honestly, the perfect footage to be accompanied by my Furbus reaction image. It's poultry in motion, one might say.
Mr. Chalmers, you said your door was always open.
I did?
You said if I ever needed help, I should come and talk to you. I need to learn how to dance.
Ah, you've come to the right place. I was the hokey pokey champion of Leewood Junior High.
You know, I know it's not, But it looks like they used the liquefy tool from Photoshop on Dex's face here. And honestly, I think that's just so in character for him. That I'm going to headcanon that he can just do that.
Hokey pokey.
The torch has been passed to a new generation. You too, Dex, can be a champion.
Now the question is, did they get the rights to the Hokey Pokey? I mean, that's gold standard material right there.
You put your right elbow in, you put your right elbow out, you put your right elbow in, and you take it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Man, that next mutation money is showing. It's not public domain. I can't even tell anymore, Fee. Is Happy Birthday public domain anymore? I know for a while it wasn't. That's why every horrendous diner and family restaurant and their cousin had to do their own horrendous version of the song for a while. Like, I think for a while at least, people legally had to pay if they wanted to sing the Happy Birthday song on TV. That was just a thing for a while. I'm not sure if it's still the case, but it's legal now. I see. Well, again, we'll see for how long.
Hey, you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hey, you put your whole body in. Come on, join in. The hokey pokey will set you free. That's what it's all about.
I aspire to be as free and happy as this man. Point and laugh if you will. He may be cringe, but he is in fact free.
Hey!
There you are. I bring you greetings from Count Dragon.
Greetings from the Masked Rider.
Do you surrender?
Ecto Pig, activate.
Oh, what do you call that move?
Here's your answer.
Ah, I see. It's called the Aya! I'll have to remember that.
My powers are far superior.
Good for you. You'll need them.
Wow. Okay. Dex really pulled a, that's cool, didn't ask.
You no harm.
Right. I suppose you came to take me out to lunch. Well, I'm not hungry.
The Count Dragon requests the pleasure of your company. The spider base is quite nice this time of year.
Not interested.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let me see if I can change your mind.
You know, credit where credit is due. Motherfucker is a lot more courteous than his previous co-workers. I will grant him that. Who says chivalry is dead?
Nothing you can do will make me go anywhere with one of Dragon's stooges.
Resistance is futile.
We'll see about that.
Oh, nice. I too like Star Wars.
Aha! That glowing red button must be his power center.
I wish only to stun you, Masked Rider. Do not make me destroy you. What have you done?
I've shut you down.
That's what you think. You've activated the spider-based tractor beam. Prepare to meet Count Dragon.
I know that was the joke, Faye. I am aware that it was next gen. You fool! You pressed the history eraser button!
Let me hit that button.
Forget about it. Soon you will be
Watch out for the tortoise, yeah.
When I'm superheated.
Don't worry. I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Yes, but if I cannot, then I shall destroy you. Farewell, Masked Rider.
I mean, once again, my mans gave him fair warning. I think I found my new favorite character.
I sent Robosec to capture Masked Rider, and now you have destroyed him.
Farewell, Masked Rider.
Are we doing a time travel thing? Man, it's a good thing I landed on this nice, soft, fresh concrete.
What's happened? What's going on?
Is Masked Rider gone? Where's Robosect been? Fact, fill us in.
Status of both warriors now available.
What is the condition of Prince Dex?
Back on Earth, stunned but unhurt.
Nefaria has failed yet again. Send me, sire. Does the word no forming on my lips mean anything to you, Cyclopter?
You heard him. He said it, and don't you forget it.
Can it, you rhyming runt?
Database also indicates Robosect is more powerful than Masked Rider. Probability of success in next encounter is 97.2%.
Very well. Forget about taking Masked Rider captive. Robosec will destroy him once and forever.
Can you pick an objective, sir? Pick a goal and stick with it. I'm just saying, your nefarious plots, no offense, Nefaria, might go a hell of a lot farther if you stop moving the fucking goalposts. I'm just saying. This is why all CEOs are bastards. Listen, Furbus, I understand debating your next big purchase once you get that paycheck. I don't need to know what you're ordering through Amazon, alright?
Baby, Max! Furbus, will you quit pacing? Mooney. I'm worried too, but what can we do? Max! Max! Oh, coming! Max! Furbus, stay determined.
Tango, anyone?
Now I need an adult.
Dex isn't here. He'll call you later.
But he's late for his private lesson.
Me too, Furbus. Me too. I'm having way too much fun with that.
We're never gonna be ready for the dance contest.
Dex will call you later, okay? Bye.
But...
Bye.
Well, but...
Bye. Furbus? Furbus.
Kiddo, Furbus has been dead for 10 years. I got a fur wedgie!
Pepper, Kumi, Bugs, baby! Now, take it easy there, Furball. We'll find him for you.
Furbus, how do you know Dex is in trouble anyway?
Any mono Bugs.
Initiating masked rider scan, all sectors.
Hurry it up there, Magno!
I've located an Edenite at quadrant Y2 Alpha.
It's gotta be Dex. Come on, let's go!
Gomi.
You want to come too, Furbus?
And how do you think you're gonna get there, you walking fuzzy sweater?
One of you is a literal car. So clearly he's going to take the wheelbarrow.
Well, I suppose you think you're gonna ride on me, eh, buddy boy?
Hang on, Furbus. You're looking good.
Right.
Just one more mile to go.
Glad you're all right, boss.
I love you too, Furbus, Magno, and Chop. Thanks for finding me.
Dex, I'm picking up an insectivore of incredible power.
Robosec must still be on planet Earth.
Also, apparently they were listening, Nicholas. Because that was real fucking quick.
No one will be safe until I deal with them.
He's in the sub-basement under Leewood's ancient history museum.
Furbus, you stay with these guys. Exo phase, activate!
They were really grasping at straws for Furbus to have anything to do, weren't they? Like, any excuse to use the suit.
Back for more.
Your history, Robosec.
Interesting choice of words. Look around you.
What is this place?
There's no...
The Ancient History Museum. Dex, you need to stop listening to Patsy. Her worst qualities of not listening are rubbing off on you. And that's probably not the worst thing of hers that's rubbing off on you.
Way out. Fitting, isn't it? That you should meet your doom in a vault filled with ancient Egyptian artifacts. You really are about to be history, Masked Rider.
Enough talk.
I mean, the suit being locked up somewhere implies that someone cared enough about this show to keep it. There's always one, Nicholas, so maybe.
Maybe this will cut you down to size.
Strike one.
That was a timeless and priceless ancient artifact, now scattered to the four winds. The ongoing theme of historical revisionism is carrying into the show, and I am not a fan. Roommate says that it was too violent for the network, so Furbus was created to break it up. Yeah, you know, that tracks. That's probably the same reason we got Alpha 5 for Power Rangers. And probably why they also added a turtle with tits to the Ninja Turtles show. Ancient wonders.
I believe you're evil, Robosect, and evil will never triumph.
If you choose not to surrender tonight, I have no choice but to annihilate you.
Again, I can't help but respect the fact that my man's is giving Masked Rider every chance he can to like, okay, dude, I don't want to hurt you. I'm just doing my job. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I would rather not hurt you. But you're not leaving me with many options. Like, I can't help but respect that from fucking Robosect here. As unoriginal as his name is.
Plenty have tried, pal. But I'm still standing.
Let's see if you can stand this. Bye-bye.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye.
Any sign of Dex?
No, now Furbus is missing.
I'm gonna be honest, I straight up thought they were playing DDR for a split second. It would not have been out of place. This was an arcade in the 90s. In fact, let me even check real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Dance Dance Revolution is a musical video game series produced by Konami, introduced to Japan in 1998, part of the Banmani series, and released in North America and Europe in 1999. So yeah, no, that this would have potentially been around that time. So yeah.
It's all my fault. If I hadn't told Patsy, then she wouldn't have asked Dex, and he wouldn't have gone to Mr. Chalmers, and they wouldn't have been doing a hokey pokey. Have you seen Dex yet? No.
Also, ladies, I hate to tell you, but not everything is about you. I'm just saying. And so is Dex, potentially.
Would you like to dance the funky chicken in the contest?
Say what you will, this man knows what he's all about. Also, hi, Carl. Way to come in within the last 5 minutes of the episode to Big Bird hitting up this teenager. How are ya? That depends on what you mean.
No. How could Herbie think of dancing at a time like this?
At the dance contest, how very dare he?
Still trying to win? You've been a great challenge, but alas, all good things must end.
Again, those are two different things, Carl.
I can't quit. I won't quit. There's too much at stake. Math Rider Super Goal.
They're milking this transformation for all they're worth. And at this point, it's not worth much.
Now you shall see the full power of Masked Rider Robosect, and you will suffer the same fate as all Count Dragon's henchmen before you.
I don't think so.
Well, I do. Let's rock.
My...
Well, I have a song to sing too, and I'll ask you to hold your opinions until then. Say, Drake, Masked Rider!
Pleasure. Don't scare me.
Listen to me.
What?
Surrender, or it's curtains for you.
Never.
Very well, creature. If you must continue to fight for Dragon, then I shall send you back to him in pieces. Ecto Ray, activate!
Of course he also has a gun. You know what? I should have expected that. Like, I am secretly not even secretly, I'm just hoping that they set this guy up as, like, a future, like, foil/rival character. I just enjoy him too much. And so, of course, because of that, I'm not going to get my wish.
It will take more than that to defeat the Masked Rider.
Am I destined to be served by fools? You must do better. Much, much better.
Whoa, wacky and crazy camera angles!
I'm really worried about Dex.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I told him we were all going to wear blue today. It's Wednesday, after all.
Wonder where he is. I hope he's okay.
Oh, so this is why we've got a new outbreak of bird flu.
That appears to be our final dance team. Are there any other contestants?
You know, usually there's a sign-up sheet that you put out in advance for these types of things, my guy. I don't know, maybe check your hair. It might be stuck in the mullet somewhere.
Well, in that case, the winners are...
Wait!
Patsy, are you hurt?
Only where it matters, Dix. Only where it matters. On the bright side, she's massively improved her outfit.
My tango dress is ruined.
I'm so worried about you.
Are you all right?
Everything's under control.
Dex, are you ready to boogie?
I'm soaked. I can't dance like this.
I wasn't asking. Also, again, because of the quality of the footage, it looks like he just aged 50 years. Look at those deep running wrinkles. Oh, Dex, I'm sorry. I wouldn't wish Patsy on anyone. That is that is unfortunate.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But I can.
Did he say buggy?
No, he wants you to dance in the contest.
Come on.
This show's an energy vampire, and it caught up to him. Fucking mood. Fun fact, I'm looking very similar beneath this Furbus right now. I love how they're trying to establish a beat with the clapping from the crowd. But oh god, I'll let them finish their bit here, but then I'm going to show you some far more effective moves. Dwayne! It just sounds like someone left the popcorn maker on.
Competition. They win. And Albie, 3 game time.
Where did they learn to dance like that?
TV, Dad. Lots and lots of TV.
Again, generally speaking, you need to wait until a contest is over to announce the winner, but, you know, I guess he lost the schedule in his hair, too. If Dwayne showed up, he would shatter reality with his godlike dance moves. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so I'm about to rock your fucking world. Just one moment. You all need to see true protagonist energy. Come on. You're about to see the real life Dex here. Protagonist energy. He got the group hug, and he's already giving lessons. The only thing missing here is a freeze frame with the credits. Like so. But see, that kid earned it.
Will the Edenoi Bud Dance catch on at Leewood High? Will Purvis become a famous chef? Will Mr. Chalmers ever get his teeth clean? Will Herbie ever learn there's nothing cool about a 6-foot chicken?
Again, sir, how did Big Bird hurt you? You know he would apologize. Because he's a better person than you.
Will Patsy's new hat start a fashion craze? All this and more on the next exciting adventure of Masked Rider.
Will they ever stretch for actual tension in this show? I mean, who knows?
Who won? Who's next? You decide.
Oh, boy. A fucking course. A fucking course. Alright, so let me go ahead and break out the dice for the random question. Skadoosh. That's an 8. Alright, so for number 8, random question. By a show of hands in chat, how many of you didn't realize until today that Ronald Reagan was an actor before he was president? I mean, funnily enough, it's kind of topical given current events. Actually found out through a JonTron video. I hate that you had to find out through JonTron. I hate that you just had to watch JonTron, quite frankly. But I digress. I think this is probably as good a place to call it as any. As always, I appreciate all of you for tuning in, both for the academia to start and the self-flagellation after the fact. We're still slowly but surely making our way through this bitch of a series. And eventually I will at least be able to tote this over Falero, if nothing else. But yeah, the weekend is only just beginning. Tomorrow I will be continuing my playthrough of Halo 3. Actually, no, wait, we're starting ODST. That's right. We're going to be starting ODST tomorrow with Silver. And that should be interesting. It's definitely a tonal shift compared to the other games in the franchise. So I am curious as to whether or not she will enjoy it, and how quickly it will take for her to miss the abilities inherent of the Spartans. But yes, that should be fun. And in the meantime, I do want to thank you all again for joining me tonight. And until I see you again, as always, please be kind to yourselves and others. We all need it. And in the process, to always remember to fucking think. Have a good night, everyone.